Hi everyone, Psalmist David here with Fresh Bread, a word to inspire you, and then some music on the harp. Yeah, really glad to have you with me. Please like and subscribe, and we'll keep this thing going. Words of encouragement for you every day. So today, I want to talk about manna. Now, God led the children of Israel out of Egypt, and they were en route to their promised land. And over that period of time, their food was something called manna. So it was a seed, a little bit bigger than a mustard seed, and they would grind it, brownish color seed. The word says delium was the color, which is a light brown. And they would grind it or pound it or something. Numbers chapter 11, the book, Bible book, Numbers chapter 11 explains. They would grind it and then cook it in a pan, make little cakes of it or something, and it had a taste of pastry with oil. And so they had this, so they came out of Egypt where they had fish, leeks, onions, garlic, a whole different flavor profile. And now they've had 1 year and they're getting ready to head into the promised land. So it says they had the second Passover in the desert, and the food they had been eating for that year was manna. Not 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but a whole year and then some. They had this manna. And I got to thinking, there's some things that I've been doing that not great. Keep the bills paid. It sustains me. Wish I could delve into it more. Wish I had more of myself in it. Wish it was great, but it kind of keeps it going. And I felt that many of you maybe, or whether it's a job, see, manna was a food. So this was one of the principal things in life which we need to keep us going. So maybe you have a job, maybe it's a place you live at. It's not great. It's you've had better in the past, but it's en route to what's going to be very big. Now you can't tell exactly when, but you've had this thing a long time. It's not just 1 or 2 weeks. It's a considerable period of time, and your capacity is not really being stretched. Your patience is. So the manna teaches you patience. There are some very important lessons. As a matter of fact, as the Lord leads, maybe this will turn into a few times where we talk about lessons from the desert, and manna is certainly one of them. And so it's not a great food. It doesn't have the profile of flavor that you might have been used to, and certainly that you want. But it keeps you healthy, keeps you fed, keeps your family good. And so, whether it's a job or it's a vehicle or something which you really need in your life, but it's average, but it's keeping you going. Let's be comfortable with the manna. Let's not rock that boat. Uh, God's getting us ready for something very much bigger and very much better, but He has to empty us of some things in the past, and He has to get us out of that nest, that comfort area, that nest, so that we can be ready for it, or else we will forever be making a comparison with fish and onions and leeks, and never being able to move into a whole lot of other things that God has for us. But we have to grow in patience. We have to learn to follow Him. And we have to be comfortable with what He's giving us in this season. God figured that this is the best way to keep my people fed, healthy, and going through a wilderness where they can't plant crops because they're going to be moving every so often. They can't have sheep because there's no grass there to feed the sheep. So this is really the best food for the season. And if you think about it, whatever in your life now that is keeping things going but seems mundane, it's really doing okay. You're really not dying. You're not suffering. You're not out of safety zone. It's really covering. It's really, meeting the need. Not great, but it's just doing it. So you understand that the desert is a season where God is preparing us for something else. So let's be thankful, first of all. Let's be grateful. It could be worse. We know people who are a lot worse. So it could be worse. It's not stretching you right now, but it's teaching us patience. It's teaching us patience. It's teaching us to follow God, love Him, and to learn His new ways, His new roles, and getting us ready for what is to come. All right, so manna has its place now. Let's not be ungrateful. Let's be thankful. Don't talk badly about it. Certainly don't get on fly up in God's face and want quail and want meat and then now we want to have meat now. Let God knows. God knows you had fish and leeks and onions and garlic. God knows that there is a promised land flowing with milk and honey, fruit you've never seen the size of, all the vegetables you could ever want, and much more than just fish. So God knows what's coming. You just need to go through this manna period. So manna is a season, and I just want us to be encouraged to give thanks and live through it. It won't last forever, but it will be long. But let's be thankful for it, and let's live through it and learn the lessons. And then He will take us into great things, and more will be shared in future for Fresh Bread Talks. All right, so be encouraged today with the manna. Let's be thankful for our manna. Yeah. Teach me to be thankful. Teach me to be patient. Teach me to be grateful as you care for me, as you care for me. Teach me to wait on you, God. Teach me to have patience and know that your love is working your purpose in me. So I'll wait on you. I'll wait for your word. I'll wait because as I wait on you, Lord, as I wait on you, you teach me to be like Jesus. I want to be all that you want me to be, oh God, all that you want me to be. So I wait on you. Let's wait on Him and let Him have His perfect way in us today.